And hello, we're back. I want to start off today by apologizing if the sound's bad. My duo partner in League of Legends told me my mic kept cutting in and out the other night, so I could be experiencing a equipment malfunction. Who knows? But please let me know if the volume stays consistent and doesn't drop and stuff. Anyway, today's plan was to stream whatever deck won the Star City Games Open. Unfortunately, they do not have deck lists posted yet, and it's like 35 minutes or something past when they ended. So we just took the Tan and Grace deck. I believe those guys all like typically work together on decks, but I'm not exactly sure. But anyway, we took the Canon Grace deck and we're using the Jessup sideboard, or the best of my memory. Hopefully it's at least close, but I assume it's not that close. But yeah, we'll just try this. It's close enough to get some kind of ideas either way. Yeah, he said it was fine at times, but it cut in and out. So it's really just hoping it doesn't cut in and out. Obviously, the second that their tournament starts, I see that the deck lists are posted. Well, our deck list is not even that close. One second. Let's see how close the deck list is to what we want to be playing. Um, one island, two swamps, two fetid pools. So four forests. So the decks are the same except there's one less spell pierce, one more blossoming defense, one less negate in the sideboard, and one more spell pierce. All right, so they're pretty close at least. Those shouldn't make too big of a difference in our testing. I'm doing pretty good, Flame Guts. How are you? And hello, George, and hello, Sean. I believe we're gonna start off with a mulligan. We only have one land. Oh wow! I clicked no by accident. We're just gonna lose. Rip. That was a misclick. Hopefully we don't get punished and just draw a land in one of our first two draw steps. That that was certainly a misclick. That's a great way to start, right? Already on fire today. Misclick before I even play turn one. On the positive note, if we draw a Blooming Marsh, this hand is extremely powerful in the mirror, I think. If we don't draw Blooming Marsh, we're going to feel pretty bad. Right on time, Blooming Marsh. Yep, but that was a pretty large mistake right off the bat. And now Moto seems to be lagging a little too. And I seem to be dropping frames. But everything's coming up Ray today. For those who don't know, I'm Ray. So, what it is, little homie. Yeah, Spell Pierce for Blossoming Defense. That's kind of cute. Got little Winding Constrictor. Hey Dan, what's up, man? You come to watch us misclick on turn one? I can't Spell Pierce you. That card's going to be what I refer to in the business as a problem. So it looks like we're versus just the black-green variety. Does our deck even have an answer to this? We have Veraska's Contempt post board. Oh, yeah. All sorts of bad. All sorts of bad. I don't think we even have the Jessup one. The Jessup. I don't actually think we have an out here. We have to kill this before he gets a fourth land and can start pumping it. but I don't know how we can deal with the board. We don't actually have an answer to this in the main deck. We could draw our own Lotus or our Scarab God and block it a bunch. I guess that's something. Yeah, well, just attack us for half our life total. See if we care. He lost to the other approach deck. Thanks for the host, Mr. Total. Total GMT. I guess if I'm going to block, I'd rather block with this one at this point. Yeah, I saw it. He didn't have a 40 of the councils in the sideboard, so I was embarrassed by him. Well, he doesn't have a land. At least we don't get hit for a million. We only get hit for half a million. Alright. Sneaky snakes, come save us. You can do it, Sneaky Snake. Spoiler, I doubt Sneaky Snake can do it. We do have this cute spell pierce though, in case he has another removal spell. Yeah. Oh yeah. Because David Thomas is a maniac. A literal maniac. He's a good player though. He's top 8 at an open and stuff. Like I recognized his name the second I saw it. He's got like Pool for Tomorrow and stuff in it though. He only even had 2 Fumigate. That has Death Touch. Can I concede yet? Guess we'll make this thing big and proceed to get. At least my misplay didn't affect this game whatsoever, because we just don't have an answer to this card. We could hostage take it, I guess. Hey, wait, that's a magic card. We're so good at this game. Gimme. Get that poop out of here. Did you guys know we're really good at this game? Like really, really good. Some might even call us the best around. FYI, that Bristling Hydra's still just going to wreck us. So I have to block, and my little dude dies. Oh no. Wait, we do have an answer. Too bad it's not in. Oh, ah. Yeah. Yeah, we have a hostage taker, but it's still just not an answer to the board. Like, we still just, like, can't win. In a million years. Like, this little dude can't block this turn. If we had an untapped land, we might have still been in it. Alright. We're getting closer and closer to being completely dead. And hostage taker's sweet. Already a fan of like this $12 card. Or whatever other ridiculous prices. What in the world are you? That card doesn't seem good. My mouse doesn't seem to want to cooperate either. So another hostage taker would not be sweet, but yeah, well, we did. Yeah, so we do have an answer to a god. That's nice. Um, yeah, I don't want the spell pierce. I didn't even like it in the deck, so I certainly don't want it. I feel like all of these other cards are at least useful. Like all of these cards feel useful. In the old black green energy decks, I used to always sideboard out Glint Siphoner because I thought Walking Ballista was too crippling. I do not know if this is the same. Like maybe we just don't. What in the world do you do? If a creature card is exiled, we get life. If a non-creature card is exiled, it becomes a 4/3. That seems okay. It doesn't seem real good. Eh, Miser's one of. Just now noticing that we have 21 land and a 6 drop. Hey, one eye, two head, how are you? Hey, we got land this game. We're gonna snap keep. What are you into, man? Go find us that pretty swamp to try to set up this Scarab Godarini. I find it awkward that there's no confiscation coups in this deck anywhere. Maybe I just overrate confiscation coup? Yep, we're trying out, I think it's, one card off of the one that just won Star City. Like it has a Spell Pierce main over a. I guess it's two cards off then. It's got a Spell Pierce main over a Blossoming Defense, and then it's got a third negate side. So it's technically one card off, but like one cards are swapped from side to the board. This is our first match. We got pooped on pretty hard game one, but we did fell to mulligan a hand that we were supposed to mulligan because I was going to misclick it. Or because I did misclick it, not because I was going to misclick it. I mean, sure, I guess. Guess it's into the graveyard for Scarab God, but it doesn't let me press F6, so that's disappointing. I think you can press F8 or something and then like until you have priority it passes, but I don't know what that button is, so we'll just keep pressing F2 and be sad. It does turn on our Fatal Push, which isn't terrible. Choose target creature. You get 2 energy, then you may pay any amount of energy. Alright. So opponent's got some spicy ones in his deck. Said it was F4? Pass into a response. It is in fact F4. So how's everybody else doing today? Hey local, how you doing, man? Well, that's a card I can't really deal with. got all these cards in hand that don't really do nothing. And we didn't have anything to protect this with anyway, so if he's got a Vraska's Contempt or something, or even Hour of Glory, he can just smash it and then smash us. I have not checked that card out. Oh, well. I don't even. Is that the one that gives us a Mesa If? I'm not really interested in a Mesa If. Well, I can kill his 10-9 if I use 2 removal spells. That seems better than anything else I can do. Seems better than anything else I can do. Yeah, I don't think I'm really interested in a Maze of If. I don't need a Maze of If versus the green mid-rangey decks, and that's just way too slow for the red decks. So we can get a Bristling Hydra next turn, providing the Scarab God survives this turn. I wonder if it's better to take the draw step to look for a hostage taker, or to just like jam the Bristling Hydra. I think it's probably better just to take the draw step. That was a good draw, I guess. Now we can't press F6 again, guys. Scarab God, the Indomitable. Well, let's get this thing out, I guess. Hey, hey, it's a bristling Hydra. Walking ballistas do some things, but I think I like the Rogue Refiner more than a ballista here. We're 2 lands away, so I don't think I'm going to keep 1 land. That could be a good card. Huh. I think we're going to save the Fatal Push and the Blossoming Defense. I'm not going to attack because he could just have a Blossoming Defense for his Rishkar. There were 30 like when I looked last night when Ricky wanted to borrow a bunch. Our opponent is massively flooding out, by the way. What the world is this? Is this just a giant walking ballista? Sure. That's like for half my life total. We gotta end this game quick. Gotta end this game quick. Rip. That's a problem. That is a problem, friends. So, like, really need to draw a removal spell? Um, guess we have more removal spells if we just take the draw step than if we buy something back. Snap bottom. That's not a removal spell. So if we attack of everything, he just blocks. Takes 3, he's not close. Alright, let's see if we can find a removal spell of this thing then. Well, it is a removal spell technically. Yep. That's what I call trouble. So he can put us at 1? Sure. Okay. So if he has another blossoming defense, the game's just over. So there's nothing we can do about it unless we draw like, I don't know, something. That's not something. So blossoming defense and we lose. Okay. Well, it wasn't a blossoming defense, so I guess we're back to having a chance. And Veraska starts with so much loyalty. I feel like he should just be putting us at 5 and then like using the other tokens to kill some rogue refiners or something. Putting us at 1's no real different than putting us at 5. I don't think he has an out without it being walking ballista. Yeah, well, he disagrees. He says putting us at 1's good enough. $35 ticks. I'm glad I bought mine for under 5. Glad that I bought mine for under 5. So, no walking ballista, please. He'd have to top deck it, because if he had it last turn, he could have just played it and beat us. So what do we got going on here? Probably just taking the draw step. Because the removal spell's so good for us. He's got 3 energy. How would 2-color Nissa... I don't know what 2-color Nissa is. Sorry, mate. I don't know what a lot of the newer things are. Hey, thank you for the resub there, Sean. Appreciate it, man. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can just play this and kill this. That seems fine. Lets me start attacking. So 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We don't need to attack with them all, though. We win next turn if he doesn't win, so might as well keep the Bristling Hydra up. Doesn't change his outs. If he hits, he hits. I believe it's just Walking Ballista, but there could be something in his deck that I don't know about. I only have one in paper. I wanted to get more, but I did not. Hey, thank you for following, Friendo Fiender. Sorry about that. I missed it. I think it's the first time I saw you in the chat. Welcome. So we won this game. I didn't expect to win this game. I bought mine when they were like $4.50 on Moto because I thought they were a $10 card. I had no idea they were a $30 card though, so. Sean, we do not have 7. You have 6, and you should be selling a minimum of 3 of them before they go down. That's like a $90 bill. I don't think I want to change anything. I still don't like the glint sleeve siphoner, but I don't know. None of my sideboard cards seem particularly good. Maybe the Death Gorger's better than I think it is in this match, but like I don't think it's very good. Hey guys, look at our lands. Local Dope should hook me up with some Ascanthas. I know he has them. We want a 4th land, so I guess we'll go ahead and keep that one. Hopefully these hostage takers are insane this game, because we're really leaning on them with this hand. Yeah, worst case scenario, Hostitationer may reset a Lung Tusk Cub that's gotten very big. Probably could have played the Walking Ballista there, but feels a little bad to play it that early. I would have chump blocked with it, so. I still think Blue White Approach is worse now than it was before. I think people just haven't adapted to beat it. Like a lot of your matchups got worse. Oh, great. That's what I didn't want to see. I have never run 3 Gideons in my life in that deck. At the moment, I have 0 Gideons in, but I kind of missed 2. Kind of missed some. I definitely don't want a third. Oh god. Oh god. If he's got a blossoming defense, we're just gonna cry. Wait, he's tapping mana. So you're saying there's a chance? You're saying there's a chance, boys and girls? I don't think it cost him a match. Like he had no other cards in his hand. Look how the wrecked so hard. I'm just dead. Jesus Christ, Jay still. Jesus Christ. Thank you for the 1,000 bits. That's way the hell too generous, man. Way the hell too generous. Holy fuck. Excuse my language, too. Wow. This will keep saying wow. Wow. Thank you, man. Oh, gosh. Another snake? Come on, dog. We trying to have fun over here, and you're over there like playing real cards. What's up with this? A bit is effectively a penny, so that is basically a $10 donation. That's just ridiculous. And hello, MNC. I'm not sure I've saw you before. Alright, well, I don't like doing this, but we can't let him draw any more cards. We're pretty far behind at the moment, but like if he doesn't have anything good for a turn or two, we might have a chance. Well, that's a card that I call not good for a turn at least. What was the last card in his hand? Oh, Claim to Fame. That's sick. We're just dead. GG. I thought we had a good chance. We just style on lands a little bit, but got really far behind. I don't like these decks that have so few removal spells. One. So that probably drops us back below 1900. I like the Teamer deck better still because, like, the Teamer deck can't lose to what we just saw, right? Between the Braids, the Harness Lightnings, and the Whirler Virtuosos, you can't just lose to those little aggro draws. Hostage Taker's insane, though. Like, it's very good. You also can't get those little aggro draws without Winding Constrictor, but I don't know. I think I want to toy around with a Teamer deck that plays Hostage Taker over Bristling Hydra. That sounds like it could be neat. What have you been into, Jay? Still? You still in Texas? Also, how's the volume going for you guys? Am I cutting in and out a lot? Because I was told last night on Skype that I was cutting in and out a lot. No, well, this hand's fine. We have a Pursudo removal spell. We have both of our powerful 2. We have a protection card. Now we have so many things to play that I don't even know. Have no idea what the right play will be on turn 2. Cub kills quicker? Alright, well, if he's just playing blue-white control, it's definitely Cub. So that made it a lot easier when he played the second land. Off to a Wednesday. You must be happy then. Alright, so I think we're going to attack first. Farm to Market and After Meltdown are both cards. So we lose a piece of energy like this, but I believe it's better overall. Huh. So this attacks better, but this gets us a card. I think I'm gonna go with the glint. It uses our mana worst though, because we can only play one spell next turn. I don't care if he censors it. I plan on playing the Fetid Pool either way. The guys, no offense to Ryan Overturf, but I just don't think he tests Magic. He says so many things that I completely and utterly disagree with on when he's casting. All right, well, again, I guess we're just going to attack with the Lone Tusk Cub and prepare to get killed. A full minute, Jesus. Let me pull it up on my phone and see how bad it is for me. Actually, my phone is well out of my reach. Let me just pull it up on my other monitor then. I apologize if you can hear this volume. Yeah, I like the guy. I just don't think he's tested this particular format very much. Alright, on my stream, I am. Wow, I'm about a minute behind on my stream, too. I have no idea. I'm not dropping that many frames. I kind of want to play this. He's probably just got cast out. Not every version has cast out, though. And if I let him untap, he could have Supreme Will and cast out. I have no idea why I'm lagging so bad. That aggravates me. That aggravates me greatly. I mean, it could be, but I don't know. I don't know. I'll check it out after the stream, Bob. Actually, we're playing Spell Pierce in our main deck. Pull from Eternity, sure. So we're trying to fade a second Fumigate. I have a reasonable chance if we fade the second Fumigate, right? So approach will put him at 19. He felt pretty long and hard about that. He may not have to approach or may not have to land, one of the two. Looks like he just has another Fumigate. Or something. He's tapping 4 mana, 5 mana. Yeah, he's got another Fumigate. Rip. You don't beat multiple Fumigates very often. This mana base is driving me nuts. I feel like we're not getting very many options because we're only drawing one green source. Well, he's up to 7 mana now. And he had to cast out. More green sources, please. This is going nowhere and fast. Hey, look what we finally found. Finally found another green source. Opponent's spending more time trying to stop us from doing our thing than to do his thing. I don't think he realizes he's a combo deck, not a control deck. But with our draw, I don't think it matters at all. Well, we know he has. We know he has a Supreme Will. Kind of want to just make him use it, or want to see if he'll use it. I don't want him. I don't want him using the Azcanta or using the Supreme Will on his turn. So, uh, whatever. That works too. Like we can do no right this game. Just pressing F6. Not really concerned about if he has a cast out or whatever. My legit plan is just to survive 5 turns. Alright, I'll concede to seeing the approach. Let's save the time. Yeah, so post board. What's good here? I guess these 7 spells are good here. Potentially these things are decent. Honestly, potentially anything with a power and toughness is decent. What cards are bad? Definitely Blooming Defense is bad. Definitely Fatal Push is bad. Eh. The Scarab God doesn't seem particularly great. It seems a little bit slow, and I don't know how worried I am about Caracal. Like, we have Hostage Taker and we have Walking Ballista to try to kill Caracal, but that or Veraska. Veraska can kill castouts. So what powers does Jace have? Are you talking about? Oh, in the MTG story? I don't know. Yes, our one spell pierce is an invocation. I opened it out of a random treasure chest, so I figure what the heck, we'll just play it. Sorry, I don't read MTG stories. I don't know. Yeah, sure. Scarab got attacks for 5. We'll keep it. Feel like this deck's much weaker versus blue white or blue black control than like I don't know. Like these cards ain't that great. Just give me some with power. Just want to attack. I got it out of a treasure chest. You can get random invocations out of treasure chests. Kind of want this card too. Screw Walking Ballistas. They're not worth that on Modo. On Modo, this is worth like a quarter or something. You can't redeem them on Modo, so they're not worth a whole lot. This sounds fun. Yeah, I think Gante's very good. Yeah, I like the idea of Sultai Energy. Sultai Energy may be a tier 1 deck. I am not a fan of this build of it. We have a very good draw, though. We do, in fact, have a very good draw. Did I really not tap green? Screw you, Moto. Yep, we're playing a pretty similar list to that, but I just want to play the Rishkana. I don't really want to use the I don't really want to use the duress just to try to resolve a creature. I'd rather use it to get a fumigate. And there's a Gideon. Well, that's great. I do not think that was a pun at all. Like, do I care about the censor? I'm not going to duress a censor, am I? We don't have another land. Like the only thing I'm going to duress is sweepers. How did you forget that, Jay? Oh, well, he's just got auto sweepers. Well, I guess we have to take this one then. Probably not. I don't think that's something I would play, but might be something someone else would play. So he's got settled wreckage in his hand too. So we're kind of in bad shape here. I don't know what the powers are, man. I'm sorry. I don't think this match is winnable. I legitimately don't think any of these mid-range green decks, without planeswalkers and without lost legacies, have a chance at all versus blue white. I agree with you. I don't think we can win from here. We are currently not getting anywhere, and we're not getting anywhere fast. Yep. It's one of the reasons I want Gideon back in the deck. It's not as great versus the mono red decks, but like it absolutely crushes these type of decks. I like how he clicks a different one of these every time. He's just trying to mess with me. What do we want to take? So take the Supreme Will. It's the only one that he can Torrential Gearhulk for value. So no opponent has a Settle to Wreckage and an Approach still, so it'd be kind of nice to hit a negate this turn. That's not a negate. So if he casts Settle to Wreckage, he still needs a Fumigate. Guess we'll just attack with Tuvin, so he'll have some kind of threat after Fumigate. If he has the second Fumigate. He may just not play Settle if he has it too. There's no real reason for him to. Torrential Gearhulk's pretty common right now in the blue-white decks. So he has 7 mana and he's not casting Approach. That's kind of scary. You need alternate win conditions versus the. You need alternate win conditions versus all the decks that can play Lost Legacies, and it plays well with Settle to Wreckage. It's really good in the mirror. So we're pretty far behind. Guess we'll just go ahead and slam this. I've only had 2 since Linvala rotated. I thought Linvala was better prior to it being legal. I think the reason that Sultai won this weekend was just not more people were playing blue-white approach. So we know he has the Settle to Wreckage. I think I'm just going to attack off everything anyway. Like, we still have 4 things post-board. Or we still have 4 things on the board even if he plays Settle. Thank you for following Shiodo. If he's got a second Fumigate, we're just dead. Like, you're never going to beat a second Fumigate. You're certainly not going to beat a third draft. It's one of the reasons these decks, in my opinion, are like kind of mediocre. We knew he had to Settle to Wreckage. So we knew we wasn't getting an energy count or counter. Alright, well, 0-2 with the roughly winning SCG list. The only difference is they don't have this main, they have one of these main, and they don't have this, they have one of these. No, it does not. It only gives energy when it deals combat damage to a player. I think round one we had the better deck. We just drew worse. But round two, like I do not think the blue white decks are even remotely winnable. If you draw like a couple negates, or if you draw a couple negates, maybe you can win the match. But I don't think you can win a normal game of Magic versus them. Like I think if they draw average, you just lose. Blue white approach might actually be the best deck in the format currently. The problem with the blue white approach deck is there's like 85 cards that need to be in the deck, and it's really hard figuring out the correct 75. I don't think Marionette Master is very good. Like I want it to be good. We played it once on stream and we went 4-1. We were actually robbed of a 5-0 because my power went out. But like the thing about Marionette Master is like people can just respond to the fabricate trigger and like you lose all of that value when your guy's still just like a 1-3 or whatever it is. Yeah. So we had to be on the. We won the dash row. This hand seems good. We're playing versus a 2-2, trying to stop him from obtaining a pity chest. I like it that the lag's going for Moto now. I mean, it's a small sample size, right? Like, you can play a very bad deck with a small sample size and get one good result. It's what do you get good results with over a period of time? Like, it didn't seem bad. It just didn't seem like the deck needed it. So we have no removal spell again. Well, now we've hit a removal spell, but we don't have the mana for it. And they have a walking ballista, so I generally when they have a walking ballista and you don't have a removal spell, I said walking ballista. Typically, when they have a winding constrictor and you don't have a removal spell, the game's just over. But we'll have to see. They might not have a follow up. I'm just saying, typically speaking, this is a sign for bad things to come. Well, we just attack. There's nothing else we can do. We have a Spell Pierce and a Blossoming Defense depending on what type of blocks he wants to make. So we've had mana problems with this deck almost every game. That sounds kind of painful, man. That does not sound like something I would be looking forward to doing. So another little glint siphoner. A removal spell would be very nice now. Yep, removal spell would be very nice now. And when I say removal spell, I mean black mana because we have a removal spell. That's not a black mana. That's not a black mana at all. Okay. Sure. We're still playing. So if he even draws one card, we have two inferior lethal attackers. He drew two cards. This is a bristling hydra. We can almost just go rip. Well, not a bristling hydra, at least. Still another pretty good one. I think there's one basic swamp in the deck and 4 attunes. Yeah, well, we get to kill something. It's kind of interesting that he keep this one alive. So you went ahead and went on down to 1. So now we can draw any walking ballista and win. Yep, I do. Coco was the best. So no matter what, we're going to have at least one out here. Or at least 4 outs, but like at least one draw step for an out is what I meant. I guess he could have his own walking ballista or his own blossoming defense, and we don't beat either of those. Yeah, well, we're just dead. Pretty much is. Feels like it's dead right now. Alright, well, these cards feel good. All of these cards feel good in this match. That card doesn't seem particularly good. The Rogue Refiners don't seem particularly good. Or not, sorry, not Rogue Refiners, the Glass Leaf Siphoners. I wonder if this card's better than this card. I guess this card gives us nut draws. Whatever. We'll run it back how we did before. We'll play first. Yeah, this hand's a keep. We have all of our colors of mana. We have a nice 2-drop. We have an answer to a Winding Constrictor. We have Scarab God, which is probably the best card in the match. We even have a card that can kill a Scarab God. They're super slow, though. Play the Effer Hub because next turn if we draw a Winding Constrictor, the Effer Hub's what allows us to play the Tune and the Winding Constrictor both that turn. Or to like, if we play the Island, we're stuck only being able to play the Winding Constrictor or the Tune. Rip. All right. If I had you don't ask for much, do you? I do not think that they would grant a card that good. Do not think that they would grant a card that good. All right, I guess we'll try to kill it. I was wanting to give them a couple of chances to have a blossoming defense or a couple of chances to fatal push our winding constrictor. The only 4 drops in our deck are hostile takeovers, which is why I didn't fatal push it at the end of his turn. Didn't see more of it. Hey, there's a hostage taker. Well, that puts me in an odd spot. Is it better to kill this and get this back, or is it better just to slam this? Kind of think it's better just to play the Scarab God. I'm not really worried about his Winding Constrictor if the Scarab God stays in play. And if he kills the Scarab God, he won't have mana to play the Winding Constrictor too. Feels like he's picking one or the other. If he's got a second hostage taker, I'd rather have Devraska's Contempt for the second hostage taker as well. They are in fact going to have all the energies though. Just gonna buy this guy back. I think I'll keep that guy. This gives him no good block, and it protects our stuff now. 4-color energy taker. Wait. Did I not update the deck list? 1 second. I don't think I updated the deck list. There's JJ. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We definitely want to put that in the graveyard, and we want to put mine in the graveyard, I guess. I don't know. We got JJ over there keeping me honest. Donates 1,000 tick or 1,000. Yes. How many times do I have to click yes? I clicked yes 17 times. Screw you, Moto. Have a dude donating me 1,000 of 1,000 bits, and I can't even update the deck list for him. I guess that's not true. This deck list is updated, right? So like half the deck lists were updated? Yeah, that one was updated. Nice. Well, half of them were updated. Now they're both updated. That's kind of weird. So I'll just take the 2 damage. I don't want him to just do 2 of that. I actually value that card pretty decently. So we're going to take his Hostage Taker, which is insanely cool. Pretty entertained by that, by the way. Guess we'll take the Winding Constrictor. Yeah, both links work now. The picture and the actual deck list both work now. Put that on the bottom and this on top. Sorry about that, Mr. JJ. I knew I forget something. I swear I forget something every time I log on. I remembered the volume this time, and then I still forgot something. And Hostage Taker's insanely cool. I don't know if it's a $12 card or whatever the heck its value is right now, but like, it does stuff. I could have played as Winding Constrictor, but I was too busy F6ing and talking. So yeah, that was stupid of me. Feels to me like a $6 or $7 card, maybe a $5 card. It's like not as good as Walking Ballista. It might be as good in standard as Walking Ballista, but like Walking Ballista is vintage and modern playable. So he's gonna kill the Scarab God this time. That seems like a lot of hoops to jump through to get a Scarab God. Sure. We'll draw a card. Alright. I guess we'll start with a cast out on this thing. So he can get his own Walking Ballista back now if he's got a Fatal Push. Or Winding Constrictor back if he has a Fatal Push. So me not playing it that one turn and pressing F6 actually could have cost us a game. So I'm going to have to tighten up my play. Sorry about that. I am kind of not focused, I guess. I didn't realize I was playing that bad, but yeah. It has exploded online. Walking Ballista is like a lot online right now too, though. Yeah. For those who don't know, though, whatever wins the Open typically spikes. This hand seems exceptionally bad. Yep, they've been going up for days. This hand can't be a keep, can it? Like, we can't answer a Walking Ballista. We have all of our lands. Alright, whatever. It doesn't seem like a hand that can win. This hand actually seems a lot better. Kind of want this Blossoming Defense, but we don't even have 4 lands, so. Have to mulligan. We didn't find any of our 8-2 drops in Outer Hand. He did, though. Didn't we just shuffle you away? So has everybody had a good weekend? Don't do it. Nah, he did it. Man. Need our opponents to stop having that draw. That draw's been crushing us. draw has been crushing us. We play the same cards. Can we have this draw once? We're kind of in this weird spot too, where if we play our hostage taker first, he can just play his hostage taker, and then we lose. Snap block here. If he gets a blossoming defense out of his hand, great. Not more. Please, not more. Oh, I don't think we have much of an option. I think we just have to play the taker. This thing right here can become an 8/8. We just have to reset it while he's tapped out. Problem with this is he can put a counter on his walking ballista and get it back, and like it's still 6/6 or whatever. But we're so far behind. I don't think we can win. I think this match snowballs pretty incredibly. Well, he chose not to kill our hostage taker. Why did he choose not to kill our hostage taker? Was it maybe he has something even better? That totally does not seem worth it. There's just no chance that was the right play. Doesn't matter though. Doesn't appear to matter. %100 agree. It legit just doesn't matter at all though. I guess we're not dead if we don't block, but he can make it a 10. We can make ours a 6. Alright, well, we have to block. Yeah, I'm not impressed with this 75. I kind of agree with JJ. So what do you need now? Like, what would be useful for us now? Do we just not have any good draws at all? Guess we can chump block with this one again? Which means I shouldn't have played the land first. Because we might have hit an untapped land. Alright. Well, this gives us some opportunity again, I guess. Alright, well, we'll just block again. Could block with both this time. So 6, 9. He can put 1, 2, 3 counters on it up to 8. What do we die to here? probably not anything. This seems fine. We get blown out if he has a fatal push, but well, we don't even get blown out from that, do we? That kills both our guys. I think I'm fine letting it trade. If I use the energy and he had a fatal push, he like completely blows me out. So I don't think I need to do all that. Yeah, as long as he doesn't draw Scarab God, it feels like we're pulling ahead. That's hard to tell, Strange. We've played exactly, what is this, the 5th or 6th game of the deck, 7th game of the deck, something like that. Have to play more to come to those type of conclusions, I think. Probably a teamer base. That's what I want. That doesn't mean it's right. Alright, so we'll play this thing while we can. I just want to play the Rishkar to get mana. We can still use this as for a blossoming defense. Yeah, I actually lost $1 on him. I thought he was going to show up big time. Me and a friend made a bet on how many of them would top 8 the open. Kind of like developing the mana there as well. Scarab God. Alright, well, he found the Scarab God, so we need the Vraska's Contempt. We need it fairly quickly. That's not a Vraska's Contempt at all. We're certainly not blocking with him, so. Another hostage taker would be okay as well, of course. Hey, Super. What are you into, man? Welcome back. So this Scarab God's a problem. We have 2 hostage takers and 2 contempts in our library. I don't actually know if Vraska says exile or if it just says kill. What do you say? Destroy. Alright, well that doesn't help. I knew Vraska was, so I know we have the 2 takers, 2 Vraskas. I didn't know what the Walker said, though. The Walker says destroy. How good would another taker be right now? Feels like it would be insane. So he fatal pushed his Winding Constrictor? That's fine. If a creature of yours is taken, and you kill it with their hostage taker before they cast it, will it immediately come back onto your side of the board? Yes. Yes, yes. You get it back, you get all the pretty triggers. Well, that doesn't help at all. Alright. Uh, can't really do anything. Just kind of like have to watch while we slowly die. Excuse me. Looks like we're about to be 0-3 with this deck. They didn't buy a dude back, so that's probably a bad sign for us. Just wanting to kill our hostage taker? Sure. I don't know if we're dead. I've not done the math. It looks like we're dead. We only have 3 blockers. Oh no, we have a walking ballista. We're not close to dead. Never mind. Yeah, it's certainly bad for us, but we're not dead. Just attacking with those two? It's kind of odd. Those are fairly easy blocks. They did not ask that. So those were fairly easy blocks. Uh, okay. One time Vraska's Contempt. That's not a Vraska's Contempt at all. Well, there was already some in the grave. If he wanted them in the grave, there's already 2 in the grave. Like, putting 2 more in the grave didn't seem relevant. Guess we'll kill this one before it gets bigger. Sure. As bad as I hate to do it, I think I have to kill the Scarab God here. Like, I don't think I can afford to let him just take something in his upkeep and deal 2 damage to me. this wastes his entire next turn as well, which gives us another opportunity to draw one of our answers or to draw our own. Oh, he top decked a swamp, so that's a little unfortunate. We were kind of hoping they'd get stuck on energy there. He only had one energy left for the hub. We're not getting anywhere right now. Just kind of like treading water. Hoping to draw one of our 4 answers. Does that work? That works, doesn't it? Alright, so we had more answers to it than I was expecting. That's cute. Yes. It gives us a nice little extra 2 life, too, that we also still need. Alright, well, we're still alive. I'm not sure how we're not dead, but whatever. Guess I'll go ahead and put this on right now, too. I'm not actually sure how we're not just dead here, but I'm not complaining. He drew nothing, or is he just attacking with the hostage taker for 4? Oh, he's attacking with both. That's kind of interesting. What blocks make the most sense then? What blocks make the most sense? So we don't care about the hostage taker dying, but we don't want to die to it. Alright, I guess we can block the walking constrictor here, and if he has something... Oh, I pressed the wrong button. We're just dead. I meant to double block the hostage taker with the other 2. Yep, that's a punt. Meant to double block the hostage taker with the other 2. So if he's got blossoming defense, now we're just dead. Oh, wow. That's kind of a tilt. We were coming back, too. Hello, thanks for the follow, Twitch Team Bot. Just in time to see me misclick when I was trying to double block, or wanting to double block. Veraska's Contempt? What are you using that on? This thing? It's kind of odd. But yeah, that was a big mistake. Turns out like it may not matter, but it was still a big mistake. Yeah, so there's rogue refiners, there's walking constrictors, there's walking ballistas. May not matter, but it was still a huge mistake. I think we want a walking ballista here. Just pad our life a little bit. That was a pretty big punt, though. And he used this second Veraska's contempt, so like he's really got to find a taker now. But wow, that was such a bad play. I'm pretty emo about how poorly we played that. Started off with his black mana, so could just be like a walking ballista or something. Sazong Scarab God, that's fine. Kind of a weird game state then. Guess we'll take another winding restrictor. Oh, we have to tap a blue, my bad. Oh, and we have to tap a black. Come on, deck. Do we want either of those? Not really. Was that a good draw? I'm not sure. You guys can tell me in a minute. Right, well, I think I need to pad my life total. What don't we want him getting back at the moment? We don't want him getting back walking ballistas. Kinda don't care if he blocks. That's fine. So we can start just using walking ballistas to go crazy from now on, I think. Or we can just try to get things out of the graveyard so that he can't get things out of the graveyard. We have more mana than him at the moment. It's fine. It's kind of weird that he did it during his upkeep before he drew a card. He may have wanted that mana for some reason. So you put 6 counters on the walking ballista? I think I want to start with taking this thing. He gets one of the rogue refiners out of the graveyard anyway. And I still think I need the life total. Seems like he is. We'll go ahead and grab another rogue refiner too. I should have got the rogue refiner first if I was going to get them both. I should have thought about the play a little longer. Yeah, that was a misplay by me. I should have done the rogue refiner first. For the same reason that he should have done his thing first, in case I wanted to use the mana more effectively. Oh wow. I'd pressed F6 and he had another fatal push. So I'm just dead now? That was pretty bad of me. Well, I punted that pretty bad trying to press F6 because of our life total here. That's a pretty bad play mistake. Can't lie. My mistakes wasn't really decision-based mistakes, though. They were trying to play faster mistakes. Hey, Aubrey Graves, thanks for the follow, man. Think we're still fine? We can probably attack for lethal next turn. Really depends on what he draws. That's kind of disappointing. So let me read this real quick. So he's going to have 3 blockers. If he blocks you, and you, he's still just dead? Looks like he's still just dead. Yeah, whatever then. Don't want you. Don't want you. Don't want you. We'll keep you. And my computer lags a little bit too when I'm streaming. Go ahead and kill this thing. I'm pretty sure we can just attack with all from here. So he's putting a counter on it? What? What does putting a counter on it do? So he's hellbent. If he blocks the biggest 2, he takes well more than damage. Alright, so we just win. Yeah, the end of that game wasn't very clean, but we were down to 2 minutes, and I was just trying to press basically any button that I can. We're not doing particularly good, Jordan. We are currently 1-2, and the one game that we did win, our opponent played pretty sloppily, and so did we. Streaming definitely takes time off the clock, though, that it normally wouldn't. The deck doesn't feel particularly good. It feels like it needs another Scarab God. The Rish cards didn't feel particularly good. 21 land feels light on land. Only having the Spell Pierce just doesn't feel right in the main deck. The Blossoming Defenses don't feel right in the main deck, but the Blossoming Defenses do give you some value with the Hostage Taker, I guess, so maybe they're worth it. I'm not actually sure. All the cards feel strong, they just don't feel quite right. I don't know if that makes sense. Did he? I'm not sure that I knew that. Alright, we'll keep this hand, even though it's close to miserable. I'm not gonna mulligan too many hands that has Long Tusk Cub in it. Even if our Long Tusk Cub never gets to gain us any more energy. Uh-oh. Dino friends. Oh, we're up to 38 viewers on this Sunday night after Star City games. So far, I've brought it in versus every match that we've played. We've only played versus Black Green Energy, Blue White Approach, and Sultai Energy, but like so far we've brought it in versus all of these decks that look grindy. With him having a second spell, a little discouraging. I guess let's clean off the board if we can. It's kind of odd. We Vraska feels very powerful to me. Like I think more cards need to take advantage of it, or more decks need to take advantage of it. Man, don't have another one of those. What? That's not very good. At least we can steal his first dino with the hostage taker. Kind of wanting him not to block, by the way, is why I keep playing the Walking Ballistas pre-combat. I'm wanting to get the energy. I'm trying to give him an incentive to not block. Yeah, it is. Normally you would play the Walking Ballistas post-combat, but like I'm trying to give him a reason not to block. By the way, hey Nova Flare 90 and Tenguku 6, thank you guys for following. Appreciate it. So what's an opponent's hand that he's blocking with the things that reduce the casting cost and not casting spells either, and not playing lands? It's kind of interesting. He's tapping mana this time. Oh, that's fun. It seems pretty good. Like it seems it could potentially be the best 4-drop in standard. I don't know that it is, but it could definitely potentially be that. My kingdom for letting this thing fix my lands. No. No. We were kind of relying on that thing to fix our lands for us. The lands in this deck have been awkward all four matches. Sure. We're certainly not blocking that. I tell you, we're getting there, and we're getting there fast. Rip. That was my fault. I literally didn't even see that on the stack. So he gets to fix his land, and I did 2 less damage, all because I'm not paying attention. That was my fault. That was another play mistake by me. It's hard to focus when I'm pretty close. I'm kind of on tilt right now. This is going so poorly tonight. Yeah, I'm playing like trash. Cool. Just like can't beat it without drawing another hostage taker. At least it only let him get. He drew the Sungrove, so it only gets. It's only going to change damage by like 4 or something. I don't know. It's a pretty bad mistake by me. This is a Rigi. We just can't win. Yeah, of course it's a Rigi. Well, if it counts, we wasn't beating this anyway. Not with this entire deck. Right on time, Lands. What can we draw to win from here? What can we draw to win from here at all? Maybe a hostage taker? What do? You just make a little dinosaur, right? Just make a little dino? Is that what you do? Yeah, a little dino with trample. For some reason I thought, oh, it does. It just shows the trample below the token at a place that you would never look for it. So all right. Well, we have outs. So we drop down to one here. We've got a 10-point attack back. So like a walking ballista would be lethal. That's not a walking ballista. Hmm. So this thing doesn't give haste, does it? Does not give haste. Greatest power among creatures you control. Opponent missed lethal. What do you do? Deal X damage divided any way you choose between any number of target creatures, and they can't block this turn. Yep, looks like opponent did miss lethal, and it looks like I have to kill that thing, so. Hey, Angry Beard. So he's going to get to draw a card off of the Ripjaw no matter what here. This game might have been winnable if I hadn't punted. He would have been at 11 life that turn. If I hadn't punted. I gotta stop pressing F6 so much. What's that do? Look at the top 5 cards, find a dino. So if it's Rigi, we're just dead. If it's other things, we have some chance. Alright, it's Rigi. We'll just scoop the Rigi. I don't think we would have won that game if we hadn't punted. I mean, we might have beat our opponent's play mistake, but we wouldn't have beat a normal draw. I feel like all of this stuff's good versus them too. Walking Ballistas doesn't seem great here. Do our dinos seem good? Not really. I'm fine with just playing it. I don't want to spell pierce either, though. I don't know if we'd have won that game if I played better or not, but I'm gonna try to finish up the last half in a match without like just making needless mistakes because I'm being impatient and I'm tired. Thinking about getting a big bowl of ice cream. Not focused at all today. It's hard to be focused when you're not enjoying the deck you're playing, though. And I'm certainly not feeling this deck at all. It's something I've always struggled with. It just doesn't feel strong, and it feels clunky and awkward. I'll keep. Like it feels like if you get your good draws, your deck's incredible, but it feels like your bad draws and your average draws are just terrible. Where like it feels like Teamer Energy's good draws are above average, and like even its bad draws are playable. The only thing I've liked from this list whatsoever so far is the Hostage Taker and the Fatal Push. Like all the other cards that put you in black, like the glints have just felt terrible. For example, the Hostage Takers feel really good though. I am enjoying the Hostage Takers. Can't say a word bad about that card. But I feel like I can just play that card in Teamer Energy. The Blossoming defenses haven't felt good whatsoever, but it might be something that you need to play if you're playing 4 Hostage Takers. 21 lands has felt miserable. Opponent constantly blocking of that card confuses me. The Hostage Takers have felt insane, though. Like, I think this deck's onto something. I don't think it's Sultai that's bad. I'm just not feeling this 75. I don't. It doesn't feel to me like any of the cards push it over the top. It feels to me like all of the cards are. Feels like you have to be out in front to win. It doesn't feel like you have any comeback cards. And, like, one of my things when I want to play a mid range deck, I want to feel like I can win a game from behind. Which isn't a feeling I have with this deck. So far, anyway. Could just be the sample size, who knows? I mean, Andrew and his brother both top 8 at the Open, so like, I guess it's clearly not bad, but. 10 and Grace didn't do particularly good with it, and he was on the list as well. Kind of just want to play Scarab God. Nah, we have 2 of these. I don't even think it feels like a week 1 deck. I feel like it just scoops to blue white approach as long as the blue white approach doesn't get poor draws. I think blue white approach was the week 1 deck. I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and play this thing. Just in case he does have a removal spell that he would have probably already used, but I'm not actually sure what the 6-drop burning thingy does, so like There's a chance that maybe I should have hostage taker to Drover. Isn't there like a big dinosaur that can kill my guys too? Like, what's the white dinosaur do? Not actually sure what the big white dinosaur does. Blocking that one and taking 8. Okay. Why isn't he blocking a 3 power one? Opponent's confusing me. Just like not play anything else in case he's got something. Don't know what was. Still don't know what opponent's doing. I guess he's got the big giant dinosaur too, like the Grisha or whatever. Like that card's gonna be hard to beat, right? One walking ballista for value. Because the death thingy doesn't seem particularly good. Yeah, well. Another hand that looks like we can't keep. I didn't expect to do particularly well today when we started. Alright. I certainly don't really actually want that walking ballista. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Curse Catcher. I hit 1900 on Moto yesterday, and I swear to God, every time I hit 1900 on Moto, I start playing poorly, and I start losing a lot, and I start running bad. Fatal Push is exactly the card we don't really want to draw. Ever. Kinda hope he has a removal spell for this so that I'm not tempted to draw a card. Or at least hope he plays like a 3-drop or something. And there's in fact a 3-drop. So we get to draw a card at least. A removal seems real bad in this match. Except for this card. This card seems insane. This card seems insane. This thing has Menace. I guess our opponent didn't know. I guess he still doesn't know. So we need to hit some lands, but we have getting to draw 2 extra cards already. And we'll be able to draw a 3rd extra card potentially. Yeah, there's that one of Veraska that we are currently not close to being able to play. Do I want to draw here? Probably still. We need to draw the cards bad enough. Or need to draw the lands bad enough. I'll rephrase. I'm definitely going to kill this. So, guess we'll just attack with this thing then. Give him a chance to block. He opts not to. I guess I could have attacked with both, but I could have killed this pre-combat and just attacked with both. I don't really like that either. Would have gave us one more energy and 2 more damage, but he could have had like a blossoming defense or something that I didn't want to play at all. Or something like that. So what's this, just Rigi? Well, that's not good for us. I'm giving you weird ideas. Wonder what's better here. Wonder if it's better just to kill this and play around a removal spell or not. I guess this thing can't block, so. Pretty far behind if he has something, though. I don't really like the idea of just playing Hostage Taker and letting my stuff die. Yeah, we'll just play 2 removal spells then. I'm giving you weird ideas, am I? I guess I should have played the Vraska's Contempt at least on my turn. To play around Blossoming Defense. That was another mistake by me. Man, I am playing terribly. Alright, we'll take that too as well. I'm not playing very good at all. It's kind of odd. Alright, let's start with this. So he didn't play a land and he didn't play a dinosaur? I'm probably pronouncing your name wrong, but welcome to the chat, Astantia. And also welcome to the chat, chicken 17111177184211 or whatever it is. I'm sorry. I am the worst man in the world to pronounce things. Is it bad that I kind of want to take this now? Like try to protect from future Regis? That feels pretty horrible. Yeah, well, at least that's the one we cared about the least, I guess. Um, huh. Still don't really want to play a hostage taker on that. I'm not going to attack this turn. I'm going to keep at least the one Rogue Refiner up to try to block the 3-3 from Arigi if he plays it. Our life total's getting pretty low. His life total's pretty low as well, though. Oh, he cycled a land. Alright, I think we're just probably just racing now. Hey, Boot. What's up, man? It just means it's the first day I've played the deck. Usually decks that I play several days, and I like to keep them the marginally separate name because of YouTube. Hey, Trash Cat 1987, thanks for following. Guess we're not worried about Rigi anymore. I like how I'll like not attack one turn, then I'll snap attack the next turn. Oh no. I mean, we've streamed like 70 some days in a row, but I do not think this deck is fast enough to get under approach decks. I would be pretty disgruntled every time I lost to this deck with approach. Alright, well they can kill the Scarab God. Or kill the Veraska, rather. I don't know why I said Scarab God. I wish we had a Scarab God. That'd be sweet. By the way, why does that randomly give you a treasure when you kill something? That just seems so out of place. I've not tried the Abzan version yet. We've got a couple streams under our belt with just black white, but the Abzan version seems kind of interesting. I think Veraska improves the deck a lot. Um, the mana feels awkward, and like I really don't want to play Renegade map, which is what most of them play to fix the mana. But like, other than that, I really like the idea of it. Sure. Gives us a little bit of insurance here. Got this sweet treasure to turn on another fatal push. Commune. That's a good one. He doesn't have double green though for this turn. He has cycled 2 green lands though. I like how we can just slam our lands now because there's no there is no what you call it, no tireless tracker in the format. We can just slam lands. That's always fun. I've drawn 9 of those bad boys though in 19 cards. Alright, so he needs something kind of impactful here. Any dinosaur he plays comes into play tapped, so he like needs a board wipe, or maybe a Death Gorger would gain him 2 life. Salinity stops me from putting a counter on the Lone Tusk Cub, but could have used, or I could have got the counter in response. I'm assuming the green's just for Veraska, but I don't know. So he needs a removal spell now. No removal spell, please? I probably punted this game, by the way, by not making the Lone Tusk Cub a 3/3. Oh my god, I am an absolute idiot. I thought this was the 0/3. Wow, I thought this was the 0/3. I wouldn't even attack there, except I thought that was the 0/3. Oh my god, I am playing like trash. It doesn't matter. I'm still playing like trash. I am literally sitting here facepalm because I am so embarrassed about how badly I play. So we have like an 80% win percentage across the field with multiple decks this season, and you can see how badly I play. So that means anybody can do it. Go ahead and start the next match. I thought I looked at the art. I'm just an idiot. Wow. I thought that was just a 0/3 again. God, I am just literally face up bombed here. So, if you guys like watching me make a fool of myself, make sure you click the follow button and click the links down below the stream to find my Twitter and see every time we go live all the deck lists we play, and to the YouTube channel where you can find all of the previous streams. And if you're watching from the YouTube channel, make sure to leave many comments insulting how bad I played tonight. And keep in mind, there's a link to my Twitch chat, my Twitter, and the deck list in every video, or in the description of every video. Oh my god. Alright, we're gonna play at least one match tonight without making a play mistake. You just wait. We're gonna play like an absolute pro this game. Alright, we'll keep this. Oh, I can't believe that. Wow. I just need to get some ice cream to like to soak my sorrows in. I have 4 creatures in hand, only 2 of them work with energy. And we have no way to gain energy. That's cute. Potentially a mirror match. So now we crushed an opponent's PD chest earlier, didn't we? Let's see if we get our PD or crushed as well. Hey, is that a good draw? Think this deck really needs a 20-second land though? It not having a 20-second land's depressing. I could just not draw another land and just we not get to play Magic again. That's been kind of the theme of the night. We've either not got to play Magic or I've punted every single game. Like just hard punted every single game or not made any decisions. Yeah, there's a sneakity snakety. And there's not a land. Okay, I attack you. Taste it. Taste the rainbow. Just none of these plays are any good. Hey, our opponent has a fourth land. Why can't we? Another snake. And a walking ballista. So this game's over. Stone 0 outs now. Swell. He didn't attack. Okay. I guess I'll attack then if he's not going to attack. That was just weird of opponent. He most. That's fine. So that worked out better than I planned. That worked out a lot better than I'd planned. Rip. Red Rover, Red Rover. Let's draw a land that comes into play untapped and our opponent not have a blossoming defense. That'd be swell. What's up, Rob? What are you into today, man? You come by to watch us get sent to Browntown? Still has 4 cards in hand, and they're not lands. Is it just like a hostage taker or something? He didn't hold up. He didn't hold up blossoming defense mana, so at least we know that we get to slam this thing. Get on out here. I've only watched part 1. I've not even been interested in watching any others. So this game's got all sorts of awkward going on right now. Is he's gonna hostage taker or hostage taker? He is in fact gonna hostage taker or hostage taker. And attack for a billion. So if we block here and we draw a land, we can ballista his hostage taker and take his Rishkana and have a blocker. If we take it and go down to 1, we can play the ballista, kill the hostage taker like it's 4/4, and he still has 5 damage on board. And we'd only have 1 blocker, and we'd be at 1. Hostage taker's been insane. The deck's been medium. Alright, well, I think we have to try to get lucky. So we have like 4, 7, 11 lands we can hit. Could also hit a fatal push technically. Red Rover, send on over a fatal push. You can do it, deck. That's not a fatal push. Alright, well, we just got browned. Alright, we'll bring in these same 5 cards. And we'll get rid of the Spell Pierce and these 4 cards. I think Glints are very bad in a deck that's got access to 4 Walking Ballistas. So I think we finally played a game well. You passed a hostage taker? You're out of your mind. Anyway, I'll play first. And we have to Stone Mulligan. We keep this hand. I'm sure you could have won without whatever cards you took. And the hostage taker was worth like $7 when you passed it, so it's like worth more than or worth more than a third of your prize anyway. Generally speaking, if the card you're passing is worth more than a pack, you should just go ahead and take it. That's just a general fault anyway. Pack one, pick one. I would probably still take hostage taker, considering I wouldn't force dinos. I would just play. I would just play the much better card than taking a pounce and forcing dinos. That hostage taker's broken in limited. Like the card's absurd in limited. I've not memorized the entire spoiler, but I'm gonna find it hard to believe it's not the best rare in limited. Alright, well, let's start off with this, see if he has a blossoming defense before we bother to attack. What pack were you in, Bogart? Yeah, I would take that card too. What do I know? So our opponent can like play a hostage taker and or a removal spell into Sloan Tusk Cub. Thank you for following, Martha Menace. We appreciate it, man. Or woman, whichever it happens to be. Yeah, that's a perfect card for you too, Vin. What's going on here? What else do we got going on? A glint? Well, you can have your glint. That's good. I'll just tap another man. I'm tapping them all anyway, so this kind of saves the time. If he wants to trade these two, I'm fine with it. I needed to play more Hours Draft or Omnicat in general. All right. He's not played a removal spell, so I guess that's good. Attack you for super lethal? Kind of wish I had that Scarab God back that we put on the bottom of our library when we didn't have the lands to cast it. And the reason I didn't attack with the Hostage Taker as well is because if he had a Fatal Push for this guy, he could have just blocked the Hostage Taker with a 3/3. Scarab Godarino? Nope. Looks like it's just a Hostage Taker. Oh no, it's just a Walking Ballista. It's even worse. By the way, I like how Rob uses the excuse up there that, well, I wanted to draft anyway with my pick. When when he sat down at the table, knew he was going to force something, win, lose, or draw. Like that just amuses me. It's like two contradictory statements. It was like, well, my pick was right, I won, but like he was making his pick regardless of what the outcome would have been. But I would have loved you been passing to me. Blue Black Pirates is what I wanted to force anyway. I did not get to force it. So we have a chance to win this game. Opponent could draw Hostage Taker and like Hostage Taker our Long Tusk Cub and played a Long Tusk Cub and like completely shut down our offense, but looks like he didn't have it. We both just flooded a bunch. He still has Glint Siphoners in his deck, and our round 2 or 3 opponent. Well, I realize that, Rob. That's why I'm mentioning it and making a joke about it. So, so both Sultai opponents we played have kept the Glint Siphoners in. I'm just, I can't get behind that. Am I just wrong for taking mine out? I don't know. Am I just wrong for taking mine out? There's no other changes I really want to make there. Hey, we're 4 followers away from 1,300. Wonder how many of that 1,300 is bots. Probably like 99 bots. We have no removal spell, but I think the hand's a keep anyway. Just kind of hope our opponent doesn't have a great hand. Any hand with an attune seems like it's a great hand, though. No Winding Constrictor, please. Duress. So you get my attune. Okay. They brought in Duress? The rest is an odd card to bring in this match. Alright, so we have to see what the little opponent gets going on here. If he kills the Long Tusk Cub, that means he has to have something for the Winding Constrictor as well, right? Yeah, whatever. Play around the Blossoming defense. If he has a hostage taker, like at least we can hostage taker the hostage taker that hostage taked the taker hostage. I think we still have to take the Long Tusk Cub. Like he could untap and have a Scarab God, but Blue Red Tempo. Blue Red Tempo suits me. Especially if it's got the sexy Riddle form in it. Riddle form is bae. Kinda wanna go ahead and play this just in case. Can't really attack this turn. Alright, let's check out a list. I'll pop it up on screen for the people on YouTube for half a second. So like anybody who's on YouTube can just screenshot it, and then I'm going to pull it off to go back to the game. And check it out. Oh, Riddle form. It does have Riddle form. We're in. Totally in. And I've lost the link. There it is. No, 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 Scavenging God, no. Or Scarab God. 22 lands. Chart of Course seems really nice. Opt, Crash Shrew, Enigma Drake. I would play that. I'm actually going to favorite that list. Alright, so opponent starts getting to go crazy now. We have very few answers to what's going on now. You know what that Long Tusk Cub is? It is not an answer to what's going on anymore. I guess I could attack with the Long Tusk Cub I have. It keeps me from buying something back for a turn, but it's kind of like throwing my Long Tusk Cub away. I'm pretty sure I'm playing Approach tomorrow. It's been 3 or 4 days since we played Approach. Kind of just want to attack with this thing. It's like I'm trading it for nothing, but it gives me another turn to like try to find an answer to that, and it time walks him. Maybe I just attack with everything. Alright. Hey, thank you for following Groom and Shay. When this card's in place, stalling seems like it's okay. Oh wow, he's just not going to do anything. I am not cutting the 40s out of the sideboard at all. Uh, Alright. I guess we'll just cast one of these. Alright, well, we're running out of juice now. Wonder if it was better just to put a +1/+1 counter on one of these and hold this for when I draw additional lands. Opponent's kind of at 9, but 9's still a lot. 4 mana, probably a hostage taker. That's a little unfortunate. Kind of close to lethal, especially if he attacks. He is attacking. Wow. Thank you for following, Tadzer. I mean, yeah, I guess we're just not blocking. Just in case he has a land post combat or whatever, I guess it's better to do this now. I highly doubt he has a land. If he has a land, he'd have probably already used it. But I gave him a chance to turn this into a 5/5 as well. Yeah, I didn't play that turn particularly well either. Or not a 5/5, but like he could have like played his land or whatever. So if we attack with everything, if he blocks the biggest, he takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's not lethal. Um, can just attack with this though. So this is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If we attack with everything, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Say he blocks just a random 2. He would take 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So that's just lethal, right? Let's do the math one last time to make sure we're right. If he blocks here, he's definitely dead. And if he blocks here, this thing lives and he just takes a bunch of damage. Alright. So this forces a chump block, I think. Guess it's not necessarily a chump block if he had a blossoming defense, but we'd still be doing quite a bit of damage to him. Yeah, he has to block this one. What? Apparently I don't know what's going on here. Maybe he's got a life goes on or something? Okay, I guess not. Yeah, I don't know why he blocked that one. I guess maybe he didn't think he had an out if he blocked the Lone Tusk Cub either, which may be true. Maybe he was just hoping that I missed it. Alright, well, we went 3-2 with this deck. Um, the deck felt like it did a lot of powerful things, but it felt like it had pretty poor mana, and it should at least. Let's pull up the other list. Let's close this. At the worst case scenario, or at the best case scenario, like it should at least have the Jessup build. The Spell Pierce main deck was terrible. Blossoming Defense plays well with Hostage Taker, but yeah, so that shows the whole deck. So this is, we play two cards different than the Jessup list. We wanted to play the Jessup list, but his list wasn't posted when we started the event. We ended up losing the Black Green Energy, which I feel like were a favorite versus. Um, we lost the Blue White Approach, which feels completely unwinnable, and then we narrowly edged two Mirrors and a Naya Dinosaurs deck. The deck feels very snowbally. It feels like it's kind of hard to lose when you're ahead and kind of hard to come back from when you're behind. The Glint Siphoners were mediocre. The Fatal Pushes were fine, but I don't know if they were better than just having a Harness Lightnings. The Winding Constrictors were great. The Scarab God was great. The Hostage Takers were amazing. The entire sideboard felt pretty mediocre. The Rishkars never come up for us, but for our opponents they did, so maybe that's just a sample size problem. I don't know. It seems interesting. It seems like it could be tuned to be a decent deck, but this deck versus just the base teamer decks feel better to me on paper. They feel like they have more impactful cards. This deck feels a little more aggressive though, and those decks feel a little more controlling. So like maybe I'm just biased to liking control decks more. But overall, I did not really enjoy this deck. Uh, I don't think I want to play Blossoming Defense, even though I may have to if I'm playing with Hostage Taker. Hostage Taker's insane, but I don't know if it was worth it to play the defenses. But anyway, so that's going to be it for me tonight. Um, go ahead and find somebody to host real quick, and then we're going to take off. Thank you for stopping by. I think I'll be posting, might be the Pummeler video. I'm not sure. I'm going to be posting some video on YouTube here in a minute, whenever we get done here. But let's see, who can we host? Z Magic's playing Modern Scred, so Hoogland. Hoogland's streaming some decks, so I guess we'll host Hoogland. He's the only person that I follow that's playing Standard at the moment. But thank you guys for coming by. Thanks, House. Take care. I appreciate the resub from Sean, and I highly appreciate the 1,000-bit donation from JJ Steele. You're the man. That that was just wonderful. But anyway, take care, everybody, and have a wonderful night. I'll be back tomorrow, as always.